What's going on, everybody? It's Carlos here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. And I'm telling you, it's amazing just to get back in the habit of recording every single day, because the more you do these type of things that are hard and you get so much pushback from yourself, from not knowing what to say and just feeling dumb on camera, just doing it consistently over time stacks evidence that you are getting better day by day, little by little, even if it's just 1%, man. So in today's video, we're gonna have an amazing arms and arms and shoulders. And honestly speaking, I've actually gotten in the habit of changing my workouts again. Yesterday, although I didn't record it, I had the most intense chest and back day, and now I'm starting to fall back into my old workout habits, because I looked at some old photos, and I'm gonna put up a photo of right here where I was just more defined, man. Like, my back was fucking vascular, and I've actually lost some of that. And I think the main reason I've lost it is because the volume of workouts has actually gone down. I've been doing more of like chest, 1 day chest, 1 day back, 1 day arms, 1 day shoulders, and then legs here and there. But in the past, I used to do chest back, arms, shoulders, chest back, arms, shoulders, chest back, arms, shoulders. And it would rotate like that, and I would do the workout so consistently that I got stronger over time just from the repetitions of doing the hard workouts. And then also the vascularity on my back, my chest, my fucking everywhere was just crazy. And I want to get back to that point. Before we go into basic training for the BMT, basic military training for the Air Force, I want to get as fucking big as possible, even though that's not going to help me out when it comes to my, basic, like my Air Force basic at all. It's actually might make it a little bit more difficult. But personally for me, I want to get as big as possible, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into today's workout. It's going to be a fucking intense arms and shoulders day. Alright, y'all. I'll see y'all once we get inside the gym. Peace. Alright, so moving straight into the first arm day workout. And now, honestly speaking, the thing I like about this, like having arms and shoulders day, is just everything is a lot more intense, a lot more focused. And honestly speaking, these type of workouts aren't really meant for everybody. Some people don't do really good with all these supersets and all the workouts being into like such a big volume. But I don't know what it is. Every person's body is different, but my body responds very well with these type of workouts. So right now we're going to the same circuit we do every single time. We're gonna do curls, skull crushers, drop set curls, and then from there we're gonna do some forearm curls. So we're gonna push it all the way into 40, 45-ish, depending on where our limits lie today. And honestly speaking, I am amazingly carved up. Like right now, let me pull it up, yeah. Honestly speaking, if you're hitting the gym as well, it's very important for you to go ahead and track your macros and everything like that. Like for today, my macros are looking fantastic. It's like 7 p.m. right now. I'm at 1,161 calories, 85.6 grams of carbs, plus another 22 because I took an oatmeal. So I'm a little bit higher. I'm at like 100 something carbs, which is fantastic. And the low calories, but I'm at 123 grams of protein. So high protein, high everything, low fat and low calorie. Right now we're on the deficit, and we're trying to cut anywhere between 5 to 10 pounds in the next month or so. So let's get the workout started, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the first set of the superset. Let's get it going, y'all. And the biggest thing is when you're first starting off, the workouts are intense because you do arms, triceps, forearms, arms. So you're able to switch it up whenever you gas out, you're moving a different fucking muscle. So you want to keep the intensity high. And whenever you're doing this, you do want to hit a drop set right here. But the first set, I skip the drop set and I go straight to the forearm curls. Because if it's your first weight, what are you going to drop set to? You know what I mean? All right, it's forearm curls. All right, and I started my first set off with 25s. Let's go ahead and move in increments of 5. Well, this time there's no 30, just move it straight to 35s. Oh, that's fine. Oh. Ah, come on. And then don't forget, don't forget, the biggest thing about working out is the more you put in, the more you get out. So if you're able to hit your workouts with the highest level of intensity, like the more you put in, the more you get out, bro. So if you work out really hard and you're fucking sore the next day, it's actually a sign you're heading in the right direction, because you do want to progressively overload. But sometimes, like Tom Platt style, you want to overload your not just your muscles but also your fucking brain. Like sometimes by the end of the workouts, my brain just feels fucking fried. Like imagine like an anime moment where steam is just coming off your fucking head. It gets that intense sometimes. And if you haven't thrown up or even bled from your nose once or twice whenever you're working out, you have a little bit more that you're able to keep pushing it. All right, let's get into this second set. I don't know what it is, but today my body's running really good to the pre-workout. Pre-workout, creatine, Shilajit, Tonka Ali, and then also there's one other one. I forget what other supplement I'm taking. Ashwagandha. All those fucking perfect to get your brain just in line with the workouts. That way you're not having such a ebb and flow with your moods, your hormones being out of whack or anything. But make sure you're taking care of that. And also taking things like magnesium, because honestly speaking, those are some things that you don't really get from your foods. So even though like creatine is a very good supplement, because you do get some creatine from like steaks or whatever, but it's such a small dose that it almost does nothing for you. So you want to take those supplements to make up for what you don't get naturally. And then for those of y'all that do like office jobs, vitamin D, very important, bro. All right. Let's go ahead and hit these soul crushers. And after that, I'm going to take this off. It's getting very fucking hot in here. And then if you're able to, as soon as you finish out your skull cushions, straight into that drop side. But with this one, you're not doing a unison curls, you're doing alternating. Oh. All right, let's go ahead and take the front cover off, yeah, because it's getting fucking hot. All right, so let's go ahead and get straight into those forearm curls. But now we're on second set, we're going to be moving on from 40s to 50s. So let's keep pushing, yeah? Excuse me. Alright, y'all. Now we got 30s opened up. So let's go ahead and move this drop set. We're gonna do another one. Just kind of skipped one. But let's go from 25s on a drop set to 30s. Oh, man. But, oh, shit. I don't know what it is today. The funks are fucking hit hard, you know. But, you know, one of the biggest mindset shifts we all have to make at some point, and it's easier said than done, and it's actually easier to do in a winning period than it is to do in a losing period, but it's to figure out how to take the lessons that you learn from your losses, because most of the time you're not going to learn shit from your wins. Like I was saying the other day, bro, at the end of the day, all winning does in life, it's actually, in one aspect, winning is terrible, because you start to see yourself as a Gojo or Sukuna type person, where it's like your ego just gets blown out of proportion. But the more losses you take in life, you have so much to learn. You learn humility, you learn how to like go through suffering and pain and things like that, and not even bat an eye, because at the end of the day, all success does to you is actually give you an ego and make you feel like you can do anything, which in one aspect is good, but people who feel like that in just about every aspect of life end up in jail because they don't realize that their actions have consequences, because I feel like they can get away with everything. So that's why personally I believe there's more to be learned from your losses than there ever will be any lesson learned through success. And if you're able to make that reframe at a young age, you're able to realize that at a young age, you're going to take a lot of loss, a lot of pain, a lot of everything. But if you take it with stride, you'll be able to live a much better life than you would if you take it personally, if you take it to heart. Because at the end of the day, sometimes life is like boxing, bro. It's about being able to take hits and keep going rather than being able to just dish out. Because sometimes in life, you're just an endurance period, a period of where you're doing nothing but losing and losing and losing, sometimes all the way up until you're 35. So anytime you see success, that's fine. But keep in mind, there's always a lesson in everything. In success or in failure, but there's always much more to be learned through failure than there ever will be in success. Oh, I'm not going to cap y'all. It's hot. But honestly, it's better to work out hot than it is to work out cold. So let's keep it going with our third superset. All right. Now we're enough talking, enough yapping, bro. I've distracted you enough with my platitudes and all this bullshit. So let's get into the third set. Nice. Yes. All right. Right after doing our curls, straight into our drop set for our skull crusher. And honestly, the other day, I did some like overhead presses, and those felt really nice. They were kind of hard to do, but I felt with them heavy. So let's keep that going. We might do that later on in the workout. We'll figure out what we do. But right now, I'm gonna finish out this. It'll be our third and final superset. Then after that, we're gonna work out some shoulders. Because remember, it's arms and shoulder day today, bro. But it's gonna be the king of supersets today. So let's go ahead and get started with the third superset. Yeah.
All right. All right, after skull crushers, jump straight into your fucking drop set. Shit. Yes. Oh, failure. Shit. All right, John. You take a small second to go ahead and rack up all these weights. Then we'll get into the forearm curls. Then we'll get into some shoulder work. So let's go ahead and get into this next workout. All right, y'all. So moving into this forearm work. I'll tell you about, like, you get a solid pump from this. Everything from your arms to your fucking forearms is just packed out by the third set. And if you're feeling fucking crazy and you want to go ahead and push it to the max, go ahead and hit a fourth set. This one, the thing I love about this workout is it can be taken up level by level by level until you hit fucking failure, bro. And today we got a long ass day of workouts. We're gonna do some, right now, forearm curls, but after this, we're gonna do 4 sets of shoulder raises. We're gonna go straight into some tricep push downs, some heavy curls, and then from there, we're actually gonna swap. Well, actually, instead of doing heavy curls, we're gonna swap into something else, swap to some side delt. And then from there, we're gonna swap into some, like the what is it called? It's like a pull-up, but it's working straight up on your biceps, bro. That fucking workout makes you feel like your biceps finna hug it, peel the fuck off. So enough yapping, bro. Let's get into this next set. All right, John, for the shoulder work, I started this one on 40s. We're gonna do 2 sets on 40, 2 sets on 50s, and 1 set on 60 if I feel good. So let's get it going, yeah? Oh, going from the forearm work to that workout, it's fucking brutal. All right, y'all, let's take a quick little break and I'll bring right back in once we're finished out. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and move it to that next workout. Let's keep it going, y'all. Ooh, shit. Shit. All right, Josh, so the next workout we're gonna be doing is on the 50s. Woo. All right. Honestly though, this is fucking frying me at 110%. But it's this type of work you want to feel every single time you're in the gym. You want to feel exhausted. You want to feel like you're pushing yourself. You don't want to feel like you're leaving anything in the fucking tank. Because at the end of the day, if you come and you don't show the fuck out, why the fuck did you come through? You know? I'm the biggest proponent of, you know, a bad day at the gym is better than no day at the gym. But that's only if, even in your lowest times, at your deepest, darkest moments, you're still giving it 100% of what you have at that fucking moment. You're not always going to have what your highest potential of 100% is, but you always have something that Ryan Reynolds called maximum fucking effort. So if you're able to go ahead and push with maximum intensity with your your fucking brain in the right area, then it doesn't matter. A bad day at the gym is better than no day, but only if you show up with the proper mentality. Because here at the gym working out, you gotta kill. Essentially, it's like hunter-gatherers type shit. Whatever you kill, you bring home. You know, the work you put in results in the gains you have later on. Because at the end of the day, even though I'm not a fucking bodybuilder or anything like that, I've been able to build something over a period of time, but it hasn't been given to me. It's something that I've had to take from my own blood, sweat, and tears, and I've had to fucking earn it every step of the way. So if I was fat or anything like that, I'd have earned that in one aspect or another from overeating, gorging, or anything like that. Oh, enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get into this third set. Oh, shit. Third set, buddy. For sure. But yeah, at the end of the day, just like with anything in life, if you want better, you have to earn better. You have to put in the work to be able to get the reward, yo. But enough yapping. I need a break. Bring it right back in once I'm done. All right, so enough of this like sitting around shit. Let's go ahead and get our fourth set. We're gonna call it there because I gotta fucking piss, and then we'll go ahead and get into some tricep push downs with the rope attachment. Let's keep it going, y'all. Oh, one thing though that I like, the separation right here in that back area is starting to get better, but that one's fucking tough to work on. I'm not gonna hold you. All right, Tom. Let's go ahead and move into this next set. I'm gonna go use the restroom and then I'll bring it right back in. All right, y'all, moving straight into one of my favorite tricep workouts, and the squeeze on these are just immaculate every single time. So with this one, honestly speaking, on our arm and shoulder day, I'm only going to do anywhere between 4 to 5 sets, and normally I might want to push this to 6 or 7 sets depending on the day. But right now, every single time we're going to be go ahead and doing arm and shoulder supersets. We're not going to overload the muscle too much, because the more you overload your muscle, you're overloading your central nervous system. And if your brain is fried, you're not going to have the the willpower to just keep going. So right now we're only doing 3 to 4 sets. We're going to really emphasize the squeeze on these. So let's keep it going. I'm going to start off in that praying position. Alright, so same intensity, same, no cuts, no nothing. We're still, energy is pretty high, so we don't need to go ahead and make any cuts, take any breaks, back-to-back workouts. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the second set. I went ahead and doubled the weight, and we're going to be just about doubling the weight all the way until we can't. Alright, let's go ahead and take out the jacket. I'm feeling solid. I'll bring it right back in. Let's just take the jacket out. Alright, so moving straight to this third set. No one speaking. To squeeze if you're on this is fucking phenomenal, yo. All right, let's go ahead one more time, then we're gonna swap into our shoulder work. And before that, let me check if I'm recording properly, because there's so much going on my camera screen right here. I don't know what the hell is going on. So I'll bring you right back with you guys. Alright, you guys, we fine. I'm honestly scared because one time when I was recording, I recorded an amazing video, and I swear I talked about so much good shit. But at the end of the day, when I went back to edit, I realized I filmed everything in slow motion, so nothing was able to get salvaged or anything like that. Not the audio, not the video, nothing. It was just complete trash. I wanted to make sure I wasn't making that same mistake. So let's go ahead and do the fourth and final set, and after that, we're gonna go ahead and work on our shoulder. So let's keep it going, yo. And honestly, the one thing I like about doing this type of shoulder arms workouts is you don't need to take too much time in between cuts. Your fucking triceps, by this point, your triceps will be fried, or you know what I mean? So you're able to go ahead and switch into your delts, right? Yeah, your side delts. All right, let's go ahead and get into this, yo. Ooh. All right, so. And now, another thing here is like on our superset days, 4 is the magic number. 4x10s are the way to go. So let's go ahead and get into this. And keep in mind, you don't need to go too heavy on this one. This one's just about the squeeze, you know what I mean? The movement, not so much about the weight. And if you're hitting it here, it doesn't hit as hard because the thing is right here in the middle. You want to go a little bit off center like that. So that way it has more of a pull on your, what is it called? Side delt right here. And the same thing vice versa. So you're doing the next arm. The main goal at the end of all of this is to be built like fucking Goku, G. Imagine, bro. Now, same thing. You move off center. Here's center for me. You move off center a little bit. Then you knock out the next set of 10. All right, let's go up the way and hit the second set of 10. Honestly speaking, the one thing I love about these type of sets is just the fucking volume. It's not necessarily the intensity, although the intensity is up there as well. But just the volume, the more you put in, the more you get out. And right now we're playing a volume game. We're not doing it as heavy as we probably would on a shoulder focused day. But the intensity and the volume that we're going to do, the rest repetition of fucking work, is going to be 2 times what it used to be. So in a month, we might have more striations, more pronounced delts, back, and every kind of muscle that is the goal right now. And honestly speaking, I want my demon back to like fucking peel. Especially right now, I'm in a period of cutting. So I just know by the end of this fucking cut, I'm gonna look fucking amazing, bro. I think that's 9. Because honestly, right now, I'm sitting at a smooth 160, and I'm only 5'6", bro. So 160 don't sit right with me. I used to be 120, same height and everything. But 120, of course, I didn't have the muscles back then. But still, yo. Damn. And not even gonna capture you. This set was fucking intense for me. So we're gonna keep it on the same weight. Now I'm just gonna distract you with the magic of my oration skills. You know what I mean? I'm not the best orator, but we're getting there. The more you fucking practice, like I've been in sales for the past 5 years, so speaking to people on the spot is actually something that comes almost secondhand to me. Like it's like fucking nature to me now. But speaking on camera is a different thing. But the thing I like about these type of skills you're able to build over a period of time is that at the beginning you might be asked, you might look at yourself and say, dude, what the fuck are you even talking about? Your conversation is not coherent, you're jumping from topic to topic. But as you move on, you start developing these soft skills, you start developing as a person, as a speaker, and as a content creator, because you're kind of a personality. And you go from not really liking how you sound to actually being proud of yourself in this way, you know? So it goes to say just building on top of failure on failure on failure makes you an overnight success, brother. And right now, I'm just using my oration skills to go ahead and distract you from the fact that I need a little bit of rest. You know what I mean? And this is the only stuff that I used to get in trouble with my workout partners, because if I'm fucking fried, I'm able to talk through just about anything, and I'll talk about this, that, politics, anything that they're interested in just to get their attention. And that way I can get like a minute, 2 minutes of extra rest. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, your talking only gets you so far. At some point, you got to get some fucking work in. And that point has come right now. So enough yapping to distract. Let's go ahead and get into this third set. We still got 2 more sets. Ugh. Let's see if. Let me see. Oh, no wonder it's a little bit brighter. That back to normal. I had the brightness on my camera turned up a little bit. Let me turn the exposure down 1 setting, and let me see if I can distract you with a little bit more posing. You know what I mean? Fucking over time, bro. I'll tell you, you start feeling solid. Might make this the fucking thumbnail. For me, the biggest part is this part. I have control over it, right? Well, maybe more in the live room when I can see it, but I have control over the muscle, you know? And these type of workouts are the ones that give you more control over the muscle over time. The striations are fucking phenomenal. This one TikToker, I can't remember his name, but he basically can make a wave throughout his whole muscle. And at one point I had that type of skill, but not to the control and the depth that he had it. I can only make a wave go from my bottom chest, go all the way up and run down towards my arm. But I'm fucking make go up, down, out. I was like, yeah, damn, that's fucking crazy. But I haven't got to that point or that level of skill when it comes to my striations or my strength. But over time, little by little, we'll start heading in that direction. Because for me, my inspiration has been 2 people. Fucking Sam Solik with the fucking volume he does. Even though his workout style doesn't agree with me. Like, Sam Solik's style of workout is a simple warm-up and then as heavy as you can for like 1 set. And then he dials it at, you know, gasses out at his heaviest weight. Almost like starting pyramid bottom side up. Like, instead of working up, you work down. You start with the strongest weight, which in theory, it makes sense. Why would you push your heaviest weight when you're gassed instead of doing it at the beginning? So I get that, but it just doesn't resonate with me. I resonate more with a period type of working out, where you start off with your easiest set, the lightest weight, all the way into your max. That's how the workout I resonate with. But his physique and everything is just fucking crazy. And he's just fucking crazy. That's all I can say. And some people might look towards the Trent twins and people like that, but personally, I shoot more towards Sam Solik and Alex Hormozy type thing. And then the second inspiration, fucking Joe Lender. Rest in peace, Joe Lender. His fucking vascularity and alien gains, like literally through watching him, I figured out how to make my chest do the little alien fingers as well. I'll show y'all later when we do the pose down, but he was the one that inspired me to do all of that shit. All right, but yeah, those are I'm staying the same weight for the 4th set. But those are the 2 people I like draw the most inspiration out of, Sam Solik and Joe Lender. Because to a degree, I'm not gonna hold you. The reason I started recording my self workout is actually because of Sam Solik. I saw him and the way he was talking, you know, and I kind of took his style and made it my own because he talks on the car ride before the gym. I'll talk while I'm at the gym, you know, in between the workouts. He has a style where he kind of like talks before the gym or after in the pose down, but doesn't really talk in the workouts. And for me, I talk the whole time. And maybe if I looked as crazy as him, I'd be have a following all that shit. But I'm not even hating, bro. That guy is fucking ridiculous with how he looks. So we're just taking a little bit of inspiration here and there and making it our own, y'all. And all right, let's go ahead and move to the next way. We're gonna be doing the pull-ups, but with the focus on our biceps. And I'm telling you, this is a workout that we got from gymnasts. It's not actually a bodybuilder's workout, but it's, if you see Sam Solik's videos, he started doing this recently, like really recently, he started doing these as well. But because anytime you see, what is it called? Gymnasts, male gymnasts especially, females as well, but males especially, when you see gymnasts fucking arms, they're fucking bigger than bodybuilders. Here, let me put up a photo right here just so you can see how fucking crazy these dudes are. But enough yapping, let's go ahead and get to the pull-up machine, but focusing on our biceps. So let's keep it pushing, y'all. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna show you how I end up doing this type of workout. And honestly speaking, this workout is a little bit more intense, but I'm gonna be cutting here and there. I'm not gonna record the full sets anymore because I'm actually running out of battery. I'm gonna buy a new battery, so this is no longer an issue. Like, I have a buddy who has a stack of them and he just has like 5 or 6 batteries on hand, you know? I only have one, so I'm kind of limiting myself in that aspect. I have multiple SD cards, but not multiple batteries. So we're gonna fix that going into maybe next week or something like that. But I'm gonna be doing these forearm pull downs, well, bicep, like chin-ups essentially, and they're a little bit more intense because if you're not careful, you have more of a workout on your back than you will in your fucking bicep. So you want to make sure that the mind to muscle connection is there. You're closing your eyes, you're making sure that the strain is on your bicep, because right now I'm on my 3rd set and my fucking biceps are fried. And then after this, we're going to be doing rear delt work with flies. I'm not going to record that because I've recorded enough of those throughout my time working out. And then after that, I'm going to be doing the tricep push downs, switching into overhead. I will record 1 set of those, but my battery is like almost done because of all the gapping and workouts I've been doing. And I want to actually leave a little bit at the end so I can go ahead and record and post down. So let's go ahead and get into this 1 set of 10. And then we'll go ahead and move into another workout. I'm going to finish out 4 sets, but to you, it'll look like I just snapped into the next workout. So let's keep it going, y'all. Now, I use close hand grip, and right here, I'm focusing on the squeeze on my bicep. Not on my back like if I do that, but I'm trying to not engage my back at all and really have the strain on my biceps themselves. Alright, so I'm gonna call it there just because I'm on 1 bar. I need to get this closed now. I'm feeling filthy right now. So let's go ahead and finish this set out. I'm gonna do 3 to 4 sets of the rear delts, and then from there, I'm doing the final set of the tricep push downs, switching over to push overs. I don't know what they're called. Let's get the fucking work.